Thousands of people who received telemarketing calls from Dish Network may be able to collect $1,200 per call. May sound too good to be true, but recently the company lost a class action lawsuit, forced to pay out a $61.3 million settlement. Lawyers, however, say they're having trouble convincing people they call to accept the money. The lawsuit is over sales pitches to people on the National Do Not Call Registry. There's been a 120% increase in complaints about violations of the list since 2014. Anna Werner is following this story.
When someone is on the do not call list, it means do not call.
But telemarketers did call Deborah Turner.
I want to introduce you to the latest from Dish.
Salespeople for Dish Network allegedly dialed the Chicago banker 15 times in 2010 and 2011, asking her to sign up for their satellite TV service.
And to continue to call, and you're getting that same information from me, I'm not interested in changing. Then it became annoying.
So when she got another call recently from a man telling her she could receive up to $18,000 through a class action lawsuit?
Yeah, right. Is my first thought, right.
Attorney John Barrett is hearing that a lot as he tries to contact a group of people who may be eligible for thousands of dollars each.
Talking to them firsthand, I learned that they thought that we were A, telemarketers, or B, trying to scam them.
Some won't answer. Others hang up on him. That's despite the fact he did win a lawsuit against Dish Network for what a jury found was illegal telemarketing.
You went after the telemarketers, but now these people think you're another telemarketer.
That's right.
Because nobody gets money for free, right? So you must be a scam.
That's kind of what a lot of these people were thinking.
But it's no scam. The jury awarded $400 for each of the 51,000 calls made in violation of the Do Not Call Registry. Not only that, a judge later determined Dish willfully and knowingly violated the law and tripled the damages to $1,200 per call.
The evidence was that Dish Network knew what was going on, had the ability to put an end to it, but didn't.
Dish is appealing the ruling. The company blames an outside contractor, which has since shut down, telling CBS News these calls violated Dish's express instructions to the contractor. As the appeals process plays out and Turner waits for her money,
I have bills to pay, I have a mortgage.
Barrett is hoping more people pick up the phone to join in.
We have an obligation to be standing up on the mountaintops shouting about the result that we got in this lawsuit to try to reach the people that need to be reached.
And Anna Werner joins me now. And Anna, did Dish Network know what was going on with this particular contractor and the company that he worked for?
Well, that was certainly the allegations in the lawsuit. Obviously, the jury agreed, the judge agreed, and which is why Dish lost. Now, of course, Dish is appealing. They blamed it on the outside contractor and said, look, this wasn't our bad. The bad goes on the contractor, but the jury didn't agree.
So what do you think swayed the jury in this particular case? What do you think was the most pressing evidence that, in fact, these people should not have been called, period?
It's always hard to say what sways a jury. I asked the lawyer, John Barrett, that same question. You know, what do you think it was? And even he doesn't really know. But suffice to say that, you know, when they can say in their case that the contractors, the telemarketers, were calling them repeatedly and calling, even though these people were on the do not call list, which is what all of us think is supposed to stop people, that evidently the jury found that pretty egregious.
So 18,000 people could get a lot of money, depending on how many times these people called. How do they get it? How do they collect?
So the lawyers are representing all those people, trying to get a hold of them and let them know, hey, look, you could be in for essentially what would sound to me and you like free money, right? Whoever calls you up and says, guess what? Thousands upon thousands of dollars could be coming to you. You just need to get in touch with us. Let us know that you're in on this, you know, that you're up for this. Who wouldn't be? So basically, if we go to cbsnews.com, right, and you can punch in your phone number, we've put the link up. The lawyers have put up a page where you can punch in your phone number, find out if your phone number, either a landline or a cell phone number, is one of the numbers included in this. And if it is, then you contact them. Now, you should have gotten a postcard in the mail, and you should be getting phone calls. But of course, what have we all been told? Don't pay attention to the postcards in the mail. Don't pay attention to the telemarketers. Hang up. Don't respond. And so that's what these people are doing. The good part is consumers have been told not to do, to not pay attention. So these people aren't. On the other hand, the lawyers are trying to say, wait, we're not the
Pay
scammers.
attention now.
Really, we're
Exactly.
not.
Exactly. So full disclosure, I looked up my number. I'm not on that list, so unfortunately I'm not getting the money.
Me neither.
Darn it.
I know. Darn it.
But what's interesting is when they do call, and I'll get a call at home, I'll immediately just hang up on
Right,
them,
me
right?
too.
Which is the problem they're having. Is this regional? Was this done in certain areas of the
Not
country? Or is this
regional. So
nationwide?
that's the other. No, we asked them, is this one particular region? It's not. It could be any number across the country, but you have to have been on the do not call list. So one thing for people out there is, look, if you're not on the do not call list now, definitely go and put your number on that list because hopefully that will stop at least some of the calls. The companies that are abiding by do not call are not supposed to call you, right? And that's sort of the whole point of the case is, look, you weren't supposed to call these people, but you did anyway. The jury agreed that Dish Network was guilty of violations. Of course, Dish is appealing.
Okay, so right, as you say, Dish is appealing. One other question, and that's something fascinating among many things in the report that you just provided. The number of calls to people is up 120% in the last 14 years.
Right.
So now is it just that the telemarketers feel that they've been empowered, that nobody's paying attention anyway, so why not?
Well, here's the point. If they do violate this, but they're not a company that, let's say they're overseas, for example, or they just do this all the time and they don't get caught, what is to stop them? Because the upside for them is huge. All they need is for a certain percentage of the people that they call illegally to give them money. Right. And they've made their money. So essentially, unless somebody cracks down on them, which is fairly rare, there's no downside.
All right.
They keep calling you anyway.
All right, so lesson here, check that list.
Check the number, but once again, let's not get too caught up in thinking that all the phone calls we get, robocalls, are going to give us money because the likelihood is they're not.
Right, this one, Dish Network. All right, $1,200 a call, so you may as well check it. Anna Werner, thank you so much, appreciate it.